EastEnders deaths are more frequent than anyone would like to think, but as Christmas arrives on the square, it seems one life will be lost as a Walford resident discovers a serial killer is living amongst them on the BBC soap. Whitney Dean, played by Shona McGarty, has never had much luck on EastEnders, and it seems her life goes from one horrendous ordeal to another. In recent weeks, she has put herself in more danger as she has made an enemy of BBC soap villain, Grey, Toby Alexander-Smith, who has claimed the life of 3 Walford residents during his time on the square. As she puts the pieces of the jigsaw together and unmasks the killer for who he really is, it seems her life could be on the line as Grey tries his best to keep his dark secrets hidden. Whitney Dean, played by Shona McGarty, has never had much luck on EastEnders, and it seems her life goes from one horrendous ordeal to another. In recent weeks, she has put herself in more danger as she has made an enemy of BBC soap villain, Grey, Toby Alexander-Smith, who has claimed the life of 3 Walford residents during his time on the square. As she puts the pieces of the jigsaw together and unmasks the killer for who he really is, it seems her life could be on the line as Grey tries his best to keep his dark secrets hidden. The drama will begin the week of Christmas as Grey is preparing to marry his second wife and the mother of his child, Chelsea Fox, Zara Abrahams. However, what should be a happy time for him is masked with the ghosts of his past as Tina Carter's, Louisa Bradshaw White, death comes back to haunt him. His victim's sister, Shirley Carter, Linda Henry, is left heartbroken when the villain tells her the woman he saw on a bus a few months ago wasn't Tina, knowing full well she is 6 feet under. At the same time he is trying to sweep over his lies, Whitney is continuing her mission to get information on Grey and begs his old boss Laura Awayinka, Sarah Paul, to speak with Chelsea about her husband-to-be. Laura has some devastating news as she says she has already spoken to the pregnant bride, who didn't want to listen to her. Unfortunately, Whitney's mission goes from bad to worse as she loses an ally in Kirat Panesar, Jazz Diol, who tells Grey he will attend his wedding despite the tricky past. The troubled Walford resident bumps into Chelsea and tries to get her to see where she is coming from about Grey, but the mother-to-be mistakenly thinks her friend wants an invite to the wedding and so she invites her. Knowing she doesn't have much time left and realizing Grey is a monster, Whitney does not give up her plight to bring him down. At just the right moment, Chelsea calls her neighbor in a panic and demands she come around to her house, giving Whitney an opportunity to look around for clues Grey is a killer. As the pieces of the jigsaw come together, the young woman makes the horrifying discovery Grey killed his first wife, Chantel Atkins, Jessica Plummer. Knowing she needs to put a stop to the wedding, Whitney makes her way to the place where Chelsea is set to be walking down the aisle. Armed with evidence, she is ready to expose the villain for who he really is, and she tells the bride her husband-to-be killed Chantel. The mother-to-be is left in a state of shock and doesn't know what to believe about the man waiting at the other end of the aisle for her. If she does go ahead with the wedding, she could question Grey as to whether he did commit the crimes Whitney is accusing him of. Armed with the power of manipulation, the serial killer could tell his new wife she has nothing to worry about and Whitney is just jealous. However, he would know he would have to silence Whitney for good and could head home to ensure she doesn't breathe another word. Finding her in his house, the serial killer could admit to all his crimes, how he killed Chantel, Tina and Kush Kazemi, Davud Gadami. Having been planning to run away with Kush and wanting to marry him, the confession would be a stab in the heart for Whitney. Unfortunately, it seems she could meet the same fate as her friends and neighbors as Grey gets ready to take her life. As Christmas Day comes to an end, the residents of Walford could be bidding farewell to another beloved member of their community. The actress who plays Whitney, Shona, has recently spoken out about her character finding out about Grey's crimes. She said in an interview with the press, "This might sound strange, but as an actor, I hope she wants the ultimate revenge if she does find out about Kush and Tina. I hope she does something really unexpected that isn't safe. She would never have thought that he was capable of murder." Of the discovery her character makes about the villain, Shona added, "It's also heartbreaking because Whitney and Chantel were so close. It's like one of those awful documentaries you see where the neighbor is a murderer, it's crazy. It also scares Whitney that she was so close to him and could potentially have had a relationship with him. After being a beloved character on the show for almost 15 years, could this be a heartbreaking end to Whitney's journey? Discussing Gray's downfall, whether he kills again or not, a fan of the show Westy wrote on Twitter, "I think Gray will say something that will give himself away, or he'll say something that doesn't match up to how Chantel died or something. #EastEnders." Ryan added, "This looks so good. I wonder what evidence Whitney is going to find to expose Gray. I wonder if the dishwasher is involved."